Well, howdy doody. Hello, Cap, how are you? We made it to Friday. Just about. How am I sounding out there? Hopefully, probably need to put the gain up a little bit. Get myself come through a little bit louder there. Hopefully not Pac-Manning. I'm sure you told me by now. Let's just check the... Yeah, that's fine. Cool. So yeah, Friday night. I'm definitely going to be trying to have some sort of early one because I did not sleep well last night. Stole an hour this morning, maybe. Like after a phone call, like between about 10 and 11. Tried an hour this afternoon. That didn't really happen. But we shall see how we do with a new game. It's a new game. Yes, it is. Cathy Rain. I don't really know a lot about this, aside from the fact my mate Matt recommended it. I mean, you're out there and listening, Cap. Bit quiet compared to the music. Bit more gain. See how that goes. Pa pa pa. Yeah, we'll get. We can always bring the music down as well. So, Cathy Rain, what do I know about it? Not a lot. My mate Matt recommended it. It's from 2017, from a one-person indie studio in Sweden. And it's set in 1995. Hello, former astronomer, how you doing? That's right, it hasn't really been a rough day, Cap. It was just a restless night. So I kind of slacked off a lot of today. So, what do you do, eh? What do you do? What you do is you fire up your game. Former astronomer's still working, huh? A sleep-deprived goose game. I'm not sure that's ever a good thing. Oh, some big rock drums there on this soundtrack, huh? Let's take it down a little bit in my cans. So yeah, Cathy Rain, a detective is born. That's all I really know is the title. So we'll see what happens. Hello, Arcraft. Glad to see you. Oh, you know it's set in the 90s. Listen to those drums and that guitar. Ooh. Quite a recent game given the pixel count. Yeah, it's 2017, I think. But they've kept it in 4x3. Yeah, this retro lo-fi thing. Just have a quick nose in the options. Yeah, English. I'm going to take the music down, put the speech up. Let's hit that new game button.
Hey, you. Hey. Oh, man. Oh, God, this is so comfy. I'm just gonna lie here and suffocate on my own vomit now.
I had a thing I wanted to tell you.
Uh-huh. This room sure looks different when it's spinning.
So I was browsing through the used book ads in the paper when I...
Listen, Eileen, I'm totally excited about books right now, but...
Wait, hear me out. So I noticed this article about a war veteran from Conwell Springs who just died. I remembered that you used to live there and everything, and
Oh, how I wish for joyful, blissful sleep.
and get this. His name was Joseph. Joseph Rain.
What did you just say?
You knew him, right? I knew it. I knew you'd know him.
So, yeah. That weird US shared room also, if they've got bunks, but there's only 2 of them, did they, like, manage to scare off the other 2 people who lived in that room? Or was it always just the 2 of them, and the top bunks were never for sleeping in? But yeah, very, very sort of like prim, proper, religious type here, and then our drunk, our drunk goth teen here. So also, yeah, on this side, a dream catcher. This whole thing with the shadows in the front does make me feel a little bit Mystery Science Theater. Oh god, yeah. Sharing with people is hit and miss at best. Much easier. On your own. You can just live in your own filth. Just like me. Alright, so how are we going to respond about this dead person? Grandfather? We don't want to talk about it. We haven't seen him since he was a kid, a lifetime ago. That's like... Let's be Miss Exposition. What, by not talking about it? I'm thinking the last one. Hey Ray, how you doing? Bring. Hello Duke of Ank, thanks for the follow. Look, I got follow things going on now. Look at me being like all professional streamer. Welcome Duke of Ank. Nice to have some new followers about. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with this one anyway.
I haven't seen him since I was a kid. A lifetime ago. Hey, wait a minute. I never told you where I grew up.
Oh, well, I might have sort of looked you up.
That is not cool, Eileen. Seriously.
Boundaries.
I just couldn't help myself.
Well, one of these days you're gonna help yourself to a restraining order. I'm just telling you this as a friend.
I know. Well, anyway, you should know that the funeral is tomorrow.
Okay.
Are you gonna go?
I don't know. Good night, Eileen.
Good night, Kathy.
So Eileen seems to be the detective so far. / boundary pusher. How you doing, Kira? Come join us in a bit.
Oh god, make it stop.
Oh god, I have that alarm. All right, okay, we're moving. Printer. Turn off the alarm clock. Okay, cool.
Looks like Eileen left a note for me here. Hi, Kat. Since it's such a long drive, I set the alarm so you won't miss the funeral. Thank me later. E. I'm so getting a new roommate.
Okay, so...
Well, I guess I should get going. I'm late enough as it is.
So, Kathy Rain maybe is Gabriel Knight and Eileen maybe is Grace. Hello, Duke Rank. Yes, that is a big box. Discworld that one day we shall play on stream, along with a big box Discworld 2 and Discworld Noir. We will go through them. One day. We've been faffing about with other games first. There's also a big box Starship Titanic. Bollocks. That was such bullshit. Oh, that was such a sweary. Big box worst game by Douglas Adams. It was terrible. Also, Scampy Fries. If anyone needs a snack. Right, cool. Let's get used to this UI. So
Color printer. Super fancy, apparently. A fact which Eileen loves to remind me of.
Oh yeah, colour printers were kind of fancy around 95, I suppose.
Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a sticker on it with her full name. Eileen Mildred Summers.
Oh, don't be so sarky.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get her for that. I wish I could wrap up that fact and save it for Christmas.
Yeah, I believe it was a man, Cap.
Makeup check, hair check, horrible mood, and contempt for humanity check.
But contempt for humanity, I like it. So when you look at closet, we can use closet.
Eileen's closet, filled to the brink with inherited clothes and Christian joy.
Oh, you are so
I can
edgy,
certainly see the
Kathy.
appeal of blindly rummaging through Eileen's clothes, but seriously, I've got better things to do.
I like big butts and contempt. You other.
We meet again, Mr. Bear. Don't give me that look. It's not my fault you ended up so close to my lighter.
Oh, there's a story there, huh?
I'm fairly sure it's about some guy who falls in love with his golden retriever. That movie's not out yet. It's a promo poster Eileen got for being an extra.
Is that meant to be
She tells
Titanic?
everyone who walks in here the same joke. Spoiler alert, the boat sinks.
Oh, yeah, it is. So, hang on, what's the... Enjoyed it, didn't fully understand it. Okay, cool. Maybe we'll get it. Stick with
I
us.
think that movie is about a girl and a boy who hate each other at first, and then they fall in love for no reason at all. Oh,
Think.
wait. That's every romantic comedy ever.
Oh, Kathy, you are so cynical. Is that the same bear from from Dark Side Detective? Maybe it is. I see you, bear, getting in all our games. Oh, mess up, bear.
Would be fun, but a bit too childish, even for me.
Oh, Kathy.
I'm no geek, but I know how to use one.
Achievement
A computer,
unlocked.
that is, not a geek. Eileen borrowed it from school. She takes a bunch of computer classes.
Yeah, we are that old that 90s is a distinct aesthetic. Oh, there's a scanner as well. Wow. Uh-oh. We've got to use a touch-tone phone again.
Might want to pick up the hand.
Alright, well, we've got no need to actually ring anyone yet, but...
It's some advanced scanner thingy. It can scan pictures, tapes, all sorts of stuff.
Cool. We do any investigations then?
The Thing. One of my favorite horror movies.
Of course, Kathy's got. Is that Pulp Fiction?
Pulp Fiction. Love that flick.
Of course you do.
Just some random band poster.
A random band, huh?
Nah, I just got up.
Electric guitar, yeah.
Nah, it's no fun when there's no one around to annoy with it.
Is she Lister?
Helped me get rid of my last two roommates.
Okay, so there were two. Until she played enough
My
electric
electric
guitar.
guitar. Got it cheap from a lesbian I met at a concert. Good times.
And what she got in her bag? A notebook, a stun gun, a lighter, and a pack of cigarettes. Well, Kathy's prepared for anything, huh? Oh well. Let's go to Gramps' funeral, I suppose. That's enough procrastination. We got the award for it. Yeah, look at us. We're cool on our motorbike. That's quick she walked up that path, huh?
Here we are. God, I really need a smoke. Does anyone object? Guess not. Dead people rule.
Alright, cool. I wish I had a smoke. Well, we got more than enough tombstones to look at.
No time for that now. I'm late for the funeral. It says Price.
Oh, why not called Price, huh?
Family mausoleum. The family must have been fairly rich. Those things don't come cheap.
I guess this is our family, huh?
We are gathered here today to honor a person of great integrity, a pillar of the community, and a decorated war hero. His name was Joseph Irving Rain. We all remember his warm heart, his compassion, and his eagerness to help others. His passing, while our loss, is surely heaven's gain. Now we entrust our brother Joseph to God's mercy. We commit his body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, in sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life through our Lord Jesus Christ, who will transform our frail bodies so they may be conformed to his glorious body, who died, was buried, and rose again for us. To him be glory forever. Amen.
Years of Catholic upbringing, and I had to stifle back saying Amen in response to that one.
Oh, Kathy, you big baby. Just talk to her.
Catherine Home credits the writer responsible for everything but art and music, and not the artist or musician. Well, hopefully they get a credit at the end.
Mary Elizabeth Rain, my grandmother on my father's side. Excuse me? Mrs. Rain?
Have we met, Anne? You look strangely familiar.
It's me. It's Catherine.
Catherine? Who?
You don't recognize me? I guess it's been a while. I might be a bit taller than you remember me.
Kathy? Bless my soul. Look at you, all grown up. Oh, how I wish Joseph could see you now, finally coming home.
Let's hope he can. Wherever he is.
A comforting thought, dear. Lord, how long has it been? 10 years? 15?
15 sounds about right. I was 6 when Mom took me away.
Goodness, we have some catching up to do then. I want to know everything. Listen, I'm not quite ready to leave yet, but why don't you join me at the house in half an hour?
Sure, I'd love to. I passed it on my way here. It shouldn't be too hard to find.
I'll see you soon then. I'm so glad you found your way back home. I can't wait for us to have a chance to talk.
Same here. See you in a bit.
Okay, cool. Well, we got a new location.
The coffin is lowered, but the grave hasn't been filled up yet.
And we get to think about the grave. That's kind of like a weird thing. Think about it.
Rest in peace, Grandpa. I wish things could have been different.
Uh-oh. I get a feeling there might be a puzzle that involves looking at all of the think about grave. So goth. Yeah, there might be a puzzle that involves looking at every tombstone. (1924 to 1995), so that'll be 71. Pretty good innings. No, you don't. We'll worry about that if that comes to pass.
I never thought I'd return to this place. Conwell Springs. Looks smaller than I remember it.
Also, green trees, green trees, green trees. Stark leafless tree. Let's get the moodiest gothy tree over here.
No reason to go in there.
Oh, Spoilsport Cafe.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thanks.
If you wish to find God, the Church of the Holy Trinity is always open to you.
Is that so?
Here, have a brochure. It's never too late to turn away from the path of sin.
Thanks, Ole Anderson. He does some wrestling in his spare time. Oh, so what Saki response are we gonna give in trying to get converts at a funeral? Fuck right off. Yeah, no sin? What am I supposed to do for fun? Fuck off.
No sin. But what am I supposed to do for fun?
Behind those words is a deep wound, a desire to belong. If you let him, Christ can fill that void.
God, what are those games?
Please don't make Christ fill my void. I'm totally not up for that.
The crude facade of a lost soul. I'll pray for you. I wish you comfort in this time of grief.
I hope this game isn't some sort of like recruitment thing.
Grandma, anybody home?
The map screen's pretty cool, right? Alright.
There's nothing quite like the soothing sound of rain falling on a window.
Oh, Kathy, you goth.
A mere single pair of boots on display. Boy, do we live in different worlds. This paint looks fresh. Grandma must have had this restored recently. Cute red horse. It's some old Swedish thing, I think.
Oh, are we going to spend this entire game, Cap, as well, with me sort of like saying stuff about the lead character and you going, what?
An old wheelchair. Not too dusty. Probably used recently. Huh. Never seen this around. Grandpa must have used it towards the end. A small table lamp.
Mm-hmm.
A wedding photo from when my grandparents married. They look younger than I am now. Things have sure changed.
And how old are you meant to be anyway, Kathy? You're, 20? 21?
It's a photo of this very farm from way back. It says June 12, 1910 in the corner.
Wow, that is way
Some
back, huh?
kind of winter forest scene. I've always wondered if it's supposed to be Conwell Woods or not.
Talking to cats. There he is. There's the boy. There's Snarf Snarf. Oh, Snarf Snarf. Snarf. We're talking about you, Snarf. Oh, Snarf Snarf. No, pretending to be asleep. Don't know where Orko's gone. I think he's dicking about in the landing somewhere. Yeah, back in his proper throne. No, no. Oh wow, he is actually having a proper snooze. Didn't move at all when I fussed him just then.
These should come in handy when I need to make calls. Nice black leather coat. Right up my alley.
Oh, hello, dear. I was just wondering what took you so long.
Sorry, I couldn't resist taking that old wheelchair for a spin. Oh, don't give me that look. I put it back.
You haven't changed one bit. Always kidding around, just like when you were little. Come have a seat. We have so much to talk about.
Yeah, we came straight here, but we did faff about in the hallway for ages.
So, now, tell me about your life in the city.
Oh, there's not much to tell. I'm going to school for journalism. It's my second year. I ride a motorcycle in case you missed it there out front.
Ah, that's right. Just like your father.
Yeah, I suppose.
I must ask, have you heard anything from your father? Anything at all?
No, nothing since he bailed way back then.
I expected as much. He disappeared without a trace. No matter, that's ancient history. How's Sharon, then?
Oh, wow, there's some responses. Seeming Sharon's mum. Hello, Fade. How you doing? Yeah, I mean, we've already got, like, deadbeat dad. Like, a dysfunctional enough family, and, wow. You know what? As cynical as Kathy Rain appears to be, I'm gonna go with tact.
Mom's good. Yeah. She's kind of between jobs right now, but things are okay.
I'm glad to hear it. I was worried about how you two would cope in the city, considering Sharon's problems.
Yeah, about that. I'm sorry I didn't visit sooner, Grandma. Mom, she told me all these horrible lies about you and Grandpa. When I was old enough to understand what she was doing, I felt like it was much too late.
It wasn't your fault, dear. You were a child. I'm just happy that you're here now.
Me too. So, what about you? How have you been doing all these years?
I've been lonely ever since the accident. There's no denying that.
What accident?
Goodness gracious. Of course you don't know. She took you away before it all happened.
Don't know what.
I will never forget that dreadful day. August 16th, 1981. It was the middle of the night when Sheriff Truman knocked on our door. He had Joseph with him. I couldn't even recognize Joseph at first. All dirty and wet with an awful blank stare on his face, like his soul had been ripped from his body. Since that day, he never spoke a word. Forever confined to that blasted wheelchair.
Really? For all this time? I had no idea.
It came as a shock to all of us.
That's horrible, Grandma. I'm so sorry.
Thank you, dear.
Wow.
Why do you think Grandpa suddenly left that night in 81?
I haven't the faintest idea. He acted very peculiar not long before it happened, disappearing for hours at a time. At first, I even suspected he was having an affair. When I asked him about it, he just said he was chasing old demons. Must have had something to do with the war.
Maybe it was post-traumatic stress disorder? Grandpa always had a hard time showing weakness.
I don't know, dear. I'm just speculating. I didn't think too much of it at the time. Joseph was a man of few words. I'm sure he just didn't wish to burden me with it, whatever it was.
Okay, so, I mean, yeah, wow, we've got a fucked up family and also chasing old demons. We're in some sort of, like, Cthulhu-esque Lovecraftian horrors here. I'm thinking literal demons, huh? And particularly when you got Sheriff Truman, which was the name of the sheriff in Twin Peaks, for those who remember. I see it's falling into place for Duke of Ankh there.
What do the doctors have to say about Grandpa's condition?
Persistent vegetative state. That's what they call it. I've heard it all by now. One doctor said it was a stroke. Another claimed it was a seizure. The third hack tried to sell it off as a severe infection. It's all a load of tripe. I had an MRI performed on Joseph. It's one of those state-of-the-art head scans.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yes, well, according to the scan, his brain was completely intact. They thought it was a technical problem at the time, some kind of glitch, but the result was the same after 3 different scans on 3 different machines. Eventually, they had to confess that they simply had no credible explanation for the state he was in.
And this injury just happened to occur on the very same night he mysteriously disappears?
Indeed. I refuse to believe it was a coincidence.
You got kind of angry about an MRI there, Granny. But yeah, thanks, Duke. We like things spoiler-free around here. Occasionally, we tap on the Sierra helpline. But yeah, we keep things spoiler-free for this. This is all brand new for most of us in chat, as well as myself.
What did Sheriff Truman have to say about the matter?
Not much. He said they simply found Joseph in that condition on the outskirts of town. The sheriff was convinced there was some kind of foul play involved, but the investigation turned up nothing. He later said that he was sorry, but that he was forced to close the case.
You know, I could try to find out more about this.
You're welcome to try, dear. Some kind of closure would mean the world to me.
Okay, I think I'll head over to the sheriff's station for a little chat then. Would be nice to witness police doing some actual police service for once.
Sure, you go ahead. Let me know if I can be of any more help.
What do you know about Schattenjäger? Sorry. It's got kind of a Gabriel Knight-esque vibe.
See you later,
here.
Grams.
Take care, dear.
Oh, it's called a Grams. Let's have a look. Yeah, the notebook's quite kind of
Grandpa
cool.
in his Air Force uniform. Looks to be in his early 20s. Planes, planes, and more planes. Some woman dressed fancy. I'm not sure how I'm related to her, but she has my hair. That's my great-grandfather, Eric Wren. I never met him. They changed the spelling to Rain after he died, I think. Planes, planes, and more planes. Planes, planes, and more planes.
Lots of planes, huh? Booze.
Huh. Would be kind of funny to see her reaction, but no.
Oh, drink the booze.
Nice leather chair. Freckles, the old farm cat, used to love that thing. Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on?
Oh, that's it. We can show her things.
What do you think about this church, Grandma?
They seem harmless to me, but they can be a bit pushy at times.
Huh, you could say that. Handing out pamphlets at funerals is in pretty bad taste.
Awfully strange behavior for a priest, I'll give you that.
Priest is sus. Stun gun Granny.
Bye, Grandma. I'll be back later.
So long.
Nah, I'm more of a coffee gal. A decent-sized book collection. Most of them science or history related from the looks of it.
Kira's calling a cult.
I remember playing with that. Grandpa had a whole collection of them. An intricate toy airplane.
Voodoo cult? Maybe it is.
I shouldn't overstay my welcome.
But what if there's a really terrible clock puzzle? Well, I suppose we'll go talk to the copper. Yeah, maybe a Protestant cult could be interesting.
Hey,
It's the
Sheriff?
brochure that
What's the
priest
deal with
gave
that
me at the
bum?
funeral. The logo stands out, but other than
one in
that,
the
it's
cell.
just the usual church mumbo jumbo. Washing away your sins, salvation, blah blah. There's also an address at the bottom. You know, if I ever feel like getting my god on. Huh. Good old Satan. Better get his snowmobile ready for that day.
Always with the Catholic associations. No one ever lets the Baptist or Methodists have a secret cult in their basement. What if it's the Mormons?
I have no idea why this isn't at the bottom of the closest trash
Okay,
can
I
yet.
guess.
Maybe
Maybe
because it
halfway
looks
through.
like it could serve as half-decent toilet paper. Not that I need yet another reason for the Lord to strike me down.
Your motivation shouldn't be limited by your growling stomach, Lenny.
If you say so, boss.
Okay, cool. So this dude appears to be getting shouted at a lot.
A bunch of cops lining up for a photo. A medieval fortress near an ocean, probably supposed to be somewhere in Europe. A medieval fortress. Various notices and a wanted poster.
Who's wanted?
Lenny, need you to do something.
How can I help, boss?
It's my mother's birthday this weekend. You'll have to get her a gift.
Gift? Like what? I don't really know your mother.
For Christ's sakes, all moms are the same. Just use your imagination. I'm expecting something nicely wrapped on my desk by the end of the week.
Okay, boss.
Some young cop. Looks a bit familiar. Hi.
Hello.
Do I have to commit a crime to get your attention? Because I seriously will.
Man,
B-
I'm
burn the
really
place down,
quite busy
Kathy.
at the moment. Hey, wait. I know you.
I'm pretty sure you don't.
Yes, I do. You're Kathy. Kathy Rain.
My reputation precedes me, in a kind of but not totally creepy way.
Aw, come on. It's me, Lenny. Lenny Marks.
Yeah, Lenny! That's... Or shall we just be blunt about it?
I'm drawing a blank.
Really? You don't remember us playing when we were little kids?
Not really. Sorry, buddy.
Darn. Well, that's a bummer. Anyway, what can I do for you today?
I mean, he's definitely babyface, right, Fade? I mean, he's like 20 or something in the game. Yeah. Maybe this game really is a dating sim.
I wanted to ask if you know anything about my grandfather's accident.
I really don't know much beyond the rumors. The sheriff may have more information, but even he probably doesn't know anything that isn't in the report. It happened before either of us worked here.
Okay, I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff then.
Sure thing. His office is to your right.
What's your opinion on this church?
I think it's a nice enough church. Why?
I don't know. The priest seemed odd. Kinda pushy.
Yeah, I get your point. But I know the guy. He's harmless.
If you say so.
What do you know about New Orleans?
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Hi, Derek. How you doing?
Hello, Sheriff. Do you have a moment?
Not really. Make it quick.
Do you know what happened to Joseph Rain in 81?
He had a stroke in the woods. That's what happened.
If that's all there is, why would Sheriff Truman open an investigation?
It was just standard procedure. A general occurrence report always has to be filed.
I see. Did you know him at all?
No, I haven't been in town for long. Man sure has one hell of a reputation, though. It's been over a decade since he was put in that wheelchair, and people still talk about the man he used to be. It's like he was a cult leader or something.
Sounds like a conspiracy theory to me.
Could be, but you know what they say. Things too good to be true usually are.
This is a video game.
Could I have a look at that report?
Absolutely not. They're official police documents.
Why not? I thought filed police reports are public record.
Not in this state, they ain't.
Aw, come on, Sheriff. What's the big deal? It was a long time ago. It would make this girl very, very happy.
Are you trying to use flirtation on an officer of the law? Well, that shit may work on numbnuts like Lenny, but I got work to do.
But I'm family. Doesn't that count for something?
You consider yourself family? I've never even seen you before in this town.
It's complicated.
Guess what's complicated? Not to mention illegal. Handing out evidence to anyone who asks for it.
Lenny, a little help here? Don't you agree that he's taking by the book too far?
Well, boss, she is his granddaughter, really. I don't think it's any...
Don't you think I know that? There are rules. Am I the only one in here who cares about the law?
Too much coffee? Try not to pop a vein.
You want to see the inside of a cell?
Oh, cuff me, officer. Spare me the torment of your rhetorical questions and veiled threats.
Just follow the rules like everyone else. I've had enough of this nonsense.
Fine.
She's just admitting some kink there. It's like, cuff me, officer.
Tons of miscellaneous files. I don't see anything labeled as police reports, so those must be elsewhere. Just some photo. I can't see it clearly from here. A photo of the sheriff shaking hands with
How's
some
the paperwork
bald
coming
guy
along,
in a
Lenny?
suit. Probably the
okay,
mayor.
I guess.
It's always the
Maybe
mayor.
halfway through.
That's no good. We're gonna have to cancel lunch today.
Again? Oh, man.
Your motivation
Lots of
shouldn't be
police
limited
reports,
by your
organized
growling stomach,
alphabetically by the
Lenny.
looks of it.
If you say so, boss.
I would, but I can't do that when he's right there. Maybe I can distract him somehow.
Alright, so we're going to try and distract Lenny.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Hey, I need to see the police report from 81 when my grandfather was found by the old sheriff.
I'd love to help, Kathy. The files are right here behind me. But you better check with the sheriff first.
Okay, I'll do that. Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Looks like talking isn't gonna help me get that report. I'll have to take matters into my own hands. I wonder what's behind those doors.
Oh, is that a clue for something?
Fax machines. The pinnacle of modern technology.
Lenny, I need you to do something.
How can I help, boss?
It's my mother's birthday this weekend. You'll have to do it.
Well, we're going to mop. We can clean the floor.
If I ever feel the urge to clean, I'll know where to go. Hey,
What? I can't hear you.
No housekeeping tasks.
Thanks. That was getting annoying.
Now let's talk to the bum.
hey,
Hi there.
How you doing, Art? Hello. Glad to see you as well. No housekeeping tasks. Maybe they were white noise torturing this guy. I mean, so far, kind of slow. But, like, maybe Granddad was involved with the cult? I mean, he's dead, so he can't tell us.
so why'd they put you in that cell?
It's all just a big misunderstanding.
Is that so?
Yeah, I didn't mean to steal anything. I was just using my pockets to move the beer to the checkout.
That's the worst excuse I have ever heard.
For your information, I happen to have a deadly fear of shopping carts.
I take my last statement back. This excuse is even worse.
Hey, it wasn't your father who was killed by a shopping cart when you were 8.
I sure hope not.
To be fair, mine wasn't either. It was just Uncle Bob. But that doesn't mean it was any less traumatic, mind you. To this day, I still get nervous breakdowns at grocery stores.
I think I've heard enough, buddy.
You're right. We should stop before the flashbacks begin.
Yeah, thanks, young Phil Collins.
You need to keep the blonde cop out there busy for a while.
I do?
$10 says you do.
I'd say my services in this matter are worth at least $20.
9,
15.
8,
Fine, 10.
7.
Deal.
Good.
So, what am I
She's
doing
good.
again?
Distract that young cop in the lobby. I don't care how you do it, as long as you keep him occupied for a while.
Okay then, let me know when.
Will do.
Hey, the jail is off limits. You shouldn't be in there.
Oh, sorry. I just heard someone yelling. I think that guy in the cell needs some help.
Ah, what now?
Okay, I have to make this. Okay, let's have a look.
11:40 p.m. on the 16th of August 1981, an individual was encountered on the side of the dirt road a few miles from Conwell Springs, blindly walking forward with his eyes wide open. The subject was identified as Joseph Rain. He did not respond when touched or spoken to. He appeared to be dirty from head to toe and wet up to his knees. Mr. Rain was fiercely clutching a small tape recorder complete with tape. Being cooperative, he could be led into the SWAT car and transported back to town. 12:25 p.m. picked up Mrs. Rain and brought along with Mr. Rain to the emergency room at the community clinic. 8 a.m. the following day, upon routine inspection of the patrol car, a tape recorder was found discarded in the back seat, filed as evidence in locker number 5.
I'm gonna have to get my hands on that recorder. Okay, let's find the key to locker number 5. Got it.
Hey, Sheriff, what's the deal with that bum?
What bum?
Hey,
Hi there.
okay, gotta go.
I was going to
See
thank
ya.
him. He was only polite, right?
Alright, got it. Just a bunch of boxes filled with office supplies. Just a bunch of boxes. Just a computer monitor. Probably recovered stolen goods. There's no way small-town cops would be that up-to-date with the modern world.
It does look like an upside-down jack-o'-lantern head. You're right. It's not clickable, though.
No wanted posters. I'm disappointed. Too heavy to carry around, and too noisy to use in here without getting caught.
And, yeah, looks like a kettle.
Huh, very funny. A jail cell. Looks cramped.
Ooh. So yeah, that was some goth crimes, huh? We've got
How's the paperwork coming along, Lenny?
Okay, I guess. Maybe halfway through.
That's no good. We're gonna have to cancel Monday.
Again?
well, I suppose we go back to Grandma's house.
Note to self. Remember, the perfect bouquet consists of 3 red roses, a blue violet, and 2 yellow tulips. I've been working on my research in the attic at night. I just don't want her to worry. She has enough to think about with everything that's been going on lately. With Sharon and Kathy. Anyway, I'm getting closer to finding the source. I have a theory, but I need help. I'm gonna have to involve somebody else.
Ooh. Conspiracy of florists.
Oh, hello, dear.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
Would you mind if I took a look in the attic?
I suppose it would do no harm. Come with me.
Thanks, Grandma.
You're welcome, dear. Be careful now.
The bulb looks burned out. I'll have to replace it.
Alright, so we're going to find a replacement light bulb in the dark, huh?
Nothing. The bulb must be burned out. Nah, it's drafty in here and almost out of fuel. Gonna need it for my smokes.
Clock puzzle, clock puzzle. Yeah, maybe there'll be a clock puzzle. First, I guess we need to find a light bulb, huh? Like the one from that table lamp.
Free light bulb. Score! There we go.
I love your theories that are going on in here. Someone was a victim of the deforestation industry. So, Grandpa's attic.
Various books and office supplies. Nothing in particular catches the eye. A thick book about math.
The secrets of infinite numbers. Pi, Fibonacci, and primes.
Empty. An old typewriter covered in cobwebs. Just some old bills. Nothing interesting. Nothing.
I gotta rewind it first.
Note to self. Remember, the perfect bouquet consists of 3 red roses, a blue violet, and 2 yellow tulips.
Three red roses, a violet, and 2 yellow tulips. 3, like 2, 3, 5, 1, 3. Or the third number, maybe, yeah. Let's see what else we got around here. Three. 235131.
Yes!
We played adventure games.
Mr. Bear! Oh, how did you get all the way up there? Good idea. You just keep watch. I'll do the searching.
Achievement unlocked. Mr. Bear reporting for duty, I assume.
It's the envelope I found in the briefcase. Let's see what's in here. There were 2 pictures, a newspaper clipping, a key, and a tape inside. It's a small key, fairly modern design. No identifying tag, unfortunately. Tragic drowning in Conwell Springs. In early morning on Sunday the 14th, a teenage girl found dead near Conwell Lake. The girl is survived by her mother, father, and younger brother. The funeral service will be held at Conwell Cemetery on the 21st of July. The notice is dated July 15th, 1975. Tragic story. I wonder why Grandpa saved this. Grandpa in uniform with 2 other men. Something is handwritten on the back. Flight training. McConnell Air Force Base, 1941. Looks overexposed. I can't make much out. I think I see trees in the background, but most of the picture is just bright white. There's probably some way to enhance this back at school. I'll figure it out tomorrow when I'm back.
Nah. That might be the scanner.
Standard microtape labeled answering machine. It should play fine in Mr. Dicto.
We've called. Yeah, she's 2nd year of journalism college, so 20, yeah.
You've reached the Rain residence. Leave a message after the beep. Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles. I thought I'd give you a call. Erica just had her firstborn. It's a boy. Thankfully, he looks nothing like his father. Listen, I was thinking maybe you'd like to come and visit. And what about your little Kathy? Maybe she wants to see the baby. Well, anyways, I hope to see you soon. All the best. Bye.
You people make me sick. We're never coming back. Don't call, don't write. If you ever try to contact us, I will call the police.
Joseph, you there? It's me, Cocky. It happened to me too. And I'm not going to tell any of those bastards. They got it all wrong. You're the only one I trust now. Just call me back as soon as you can.
I wonder who this Cocky is.
Well, there's a bunch of interesting stuff, huh? You creep. What creep where? Alcraft, I like your thinking. Gonna talk to Gran first.
Oh, hello, dear.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
Do you know anything about a young girl drowning around here?
Oh, yes. It was the saddest thing. She was only 16. We never really knew the family. They preferred to keep to themselves.
Do you remember the name of the girl or her family?
I'm awfully sorry, dear. I just can't recall.
That's okay, Grandma. I was just wondering why Grandpa would have wanted to save this.
Joseph was always affected by the tragedy of others. Perhaps he wanted to do something for the family. In any case, he didn't speak to me about it.
Can you tell me anything about McConnell Air Force Base?
It's not very far from Conwell Springs. Joseph was stationed there for some time during the war. I believe they're still training young pilots there today.
So, when did Grandpa enlist in the Air Force?
Oh, it was barely past the honeymoon when Joseph left to fight in that terrible war, together with his best friend Charles and my brother Andrew. Those were nerve-wracking years. I was so worried I thought I would burst. Every short visit from Joseph was a joy, but he kept going back to the front, to my great dismay. When I told Joseph about being pregnant with your father, he finally realized that enough was enough. He had done his duty. Shortly thereafter, he returned to a quiet farmer's life in this very house, helping your great-grandfather with the crops, until he passed.
Does the nickname Cocky mean anything to you?
Sounds vaguely familiar. It reminds me of the aviator call signs Joseph and his friends gave one another. Joseph was vigilante. I can't count the number of times he got into trouble for breaking the rules. To this day, I have no idea how he always managed to land on his feet.
Must be hereditary, given the things I've gotten away with. Every time I wake up, I am genuinely surprised that I'm not in jail.
I'm sure it's not that bad, dear.
But to get back to the subject, you don't have any idea of who this Cocky is?
I'm afraid not, but the Air Force might be a good place to start.
I don't see a reason to ask. Do you know anything about this story, Grandma?
Not much, dear. It was the saddest thing. The girl was only 16 years old. We never really knew the family. They preferred to keep to themselves.
Do you remember their names?
Let me think. I'm awfully sorry, dear. I just can't recall.
That's quite all right, Grandma. I was just wondering why Grandpa would have wanted to save this.
Joseph was always deeply affected by the tragedy of others. Perhaps he wanted to do something for the family to ease their pain. In any case, he didn't speak to me about it.
Okay.
Glad you blocked the chaser, Cap. Honestly, we come here to play video games and just have a good time playing video games. This isn't Tinder. Creeps, be gone. You lot, you're ace. Creeps, be gone. So, Arcraft mentioned about going back to the graveyard to find out the drowned girl's name. We also know how old the drowned girl was, so that'll help trim it down. Achievement unlocked, though. Blocked someone on Twitch. Ding!
Look at this photo I found in the locked briefcase.
Goodness, I haven't seen that picture in years. This was taken when Joseph was stationed at McConnell Air Force Base. That's him right there on the left.
What about the other two?
I don't remember the name of the smiling man in the back. The gentleman on the right was Joseph's best friend, Charles Wade.
What's Charles Wade? Cocky?
Grams, can you tell me anything about this picture?
It looks awfully bright. Perhaps something was wrong with the camera.
Yeah, maybe. I should try to figure something out tomorrow at the university. I found this book in the attic. Recognize it?
Oh, yes. I bought it for Joseph's birthday once. He was always fascinated by numbers. He believed that math could explain everything in this world.
He was a man of science. There's no denying that.
I mean, eventually, right?
What can you tell me?
Well, I do know he has made quite a name for himself since he and Joseph went to war together. Apparently, he came up with some brilliant piece of engineering for the airplanes. They use it everywhere now.
Any idea how to get in touch with him?
I'm afraid not, dear. I haven't seen him for years. He and Joseph grew apart before you were born.
Any particular reason for that?
Oh, not that I know of.
Anything else we can show Gran? Key.
Do you recognize this key, Grandma? I found it in the attic.
I'm afraid not, dear.
Good old-fashioned point-and-click adventure game stuff here.
Hey, Grandma, do you recognize this tape recorder?
No, play the
yes,
tape.
Mr. Dicto. Joseph used to carry that thing with him everywhere. He could be absent-minded at times. It helped him remember things.
I don't think we need to discuss that anymore since I've been
All right, I think
gotta
we're
go,
done.
Grams. Talk to you later.
Bye, Kathy.
Back on my bike in the rain. So we're looking for a 16-year-old girl's tombstone from 1975, huh? Whoops. No, you can't be a cool point-and-click protagonist without 90s point-and-click protagonist without motorcycle. So, not you. Not you. Not you. Not you. Nope. Nope.
Alright, this is the right date. Looks like her name was Lily Myers. I should try to get a hold of her family. I wonder what that kid is doing here all alone. Hey, kid.
Hi yourself.
What are you doing?
None of your business.
Huh. I like you, kid. You're not here alone, right? Where's your mom?
Oh, she's around.
Oh, this kid's like a proper emo kid
I don't
in
see
waiting,
her.
right?
You must be blind or something.
I'll go look for your mom, okay? Don't go anywhere.
Whatever.
I'm gonna find out what happened to you, Grandpa. I promise. The grave is brimming with flowers. I should go look for... Conwell Spring.
Tough talk from a kid dressed like he's from the Little Rascals, huh?
No reason to go in there.
Oh, but what if the kid's mom is in the mausoleum? Like, where else is there to go here?
I shouldn't leave while that kid is alone.
Is mausoleum small or far away? That is the question.
Kid?
Where'd he go?
Guess he found his mom.
Let's write on it in brick. Yeah, spooky kid, huh? Was he even there at all? Go back to Grand's. Let's use the phone book. We got some people to be ringing, huh?
She's been dead for 2 decades. I could try to find someone in her family, but I'll need a full name.
Alright.
Damn, no Charles Wade in here. Was worth a shot, but being rich and famous and all, I guess he's got a hidden number. No hit for Wade Industries either, but it was kind of a long shot for them to have an office in this small county anyway. I should try to get a hold of him some other way. Alright, got it.
McConnell Air Force Base, how can I help you?
Hi, I was just wondering if you had time to answer a few questions.
Sure thing, ma'am. Ask away.
Do you know anything about what happened to Joseph Rain in '81?
I know that he was no longer stationed here at the base at that time. He'd left the Air Force decades earlier. But as a Conwell Springs citizen, sure, I've heard the rumors just like everybody else. How he was found by the sheriff all messed up, walking out of the woods with some kind of unexplained brain damage.
Any theory as to what he was doing out there?
I'm afraid not, ma'am. But I'm positive that it had nothing to do with this base or our operations here.
Okay, what can you tell me about his service at McConnell?
Well, Joseph Rain is a legend around here. His pile of medals weighs more than my car. I was fortunate enough to meet him before he suffered his injury, and I must say, what an inspiring man. I'm positive that he would have made General if he'd stuck around.
Any idea of why he quit? He looks so happy in the pictures from the war.
Oh, your family, ma'am?
Granddaughter.
Well, then I'm sorry for your loss. I heard about his recent passing.
Appreciate it, buddy. So, about him quitting.
I shouldn't speak ill of the dead, but some say the war broke him. PTSD. Me? I don't think so. When I met him, he had this aura about him, like he wasn't afraid of anything. Maybe it was his guilt. He ended a lot of lives, but that's just me speculating.
Gotcha. Thanks for the thoughts. I don't see a reason to ask him about that. What can you tell me about McConnell Air Force Base?
This is one of the oldest Air Force bases in the U.S., established during World War I. The main purpose of it is to train fighter pilots. The McConnell Flight School is well-renowned all around the country. In the late 80s, the school started accepting a limited number of civilian applicants due to the high demand. Some of the most famous dogfighters in U.S. history, such as Ethan Fireball Jenkins, Joseph Vigilante Rain, and Brett Savior Myers trained at this very base. Charles Wade, the great industrialist, did too. Some claim that many of his revolutionary ideas came from the former chief mechanic here, the late Niles Bloom.
Interesting. Thanks for the history lesson.
So, yeah, bingo on the Myers name, huh? Yeah, this guy is very helpful for someone on a military base. Maybe, like, he just sits there all day and he's just glad to have someone ring.
Do you recognize the aviator call sign, Cocky?
Afraid not, ma'am. I know all the call signs here, and I'm positive it's not one of them.
This isn't current, though. It might have been used as early as World War II.
Oh, that's unfortunate. We don't keep any official records of call signs. The only option I can think of is to get a hold of somebody who was around back then.
Any suggestions?
The only person I can think of who is still alive would be Charles Wade.
All right, thanks.
My pleasure, ma'am. Anything else I can help you with?
I'm trying to get a hold of Charles Wade. Would you happen to know how to reach him?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but Charles Wade is a public figure. He has explicitly asked us not to provide his contact details to anyone.
Is there any way you could make an exception? I really need to talk to Mr. Wade.
Oh, can do. I can't really help you out unless you have some sort of official business.
That's not going to work, is it? We'll try pleading.
But what if it was a matter of life and death?
Ma'am, if you're in a life-threatening situation, I suggest you call 911.
Boo.
All right, that's all.
Goodbye, ma'am.
Still...
She's been dead for 2 decades. I could try to find someone in her family, but I'll need a full name.
We had one.
Nah, nothing. I got that number already. Nah, nothing. Damn. No hit. I should try.
Hello, regular lads.
Oh, hello, dear.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
I found out that the drowned girl's name was Lily Myers. Ring a bell?
Oh, yes. Oh, how could I forget? Sue, Jack, and their children, Lily and Nathan.
Do they still live around here?
Mother and son do. I see them in town from time to time. They live somewhere near the lake.
But not the father. Jack, was it?
No. He disappeared not long after Lily took her own life.
Whoa, she killed herself. That's news to me.
Oh, that girl had been troubled for years. Truman made an official statement later. It was no accident.
I see. Do you know how I can reach the family?
Not really, dear. Like I said, they tend to keep to themselves.
Welcome to Grandma Simulator.
I don't see a reason to ask. Well, gotta go, Grams. Talk to you later.
Bye, Kathy.
We haven't been outed as a Schattenjäger yet. But so far, we know that Kathy's dad did a runner when she was young, and her mum ran away. But we didn't tell Grandma about that because we thought it was a bit too much. Meanwhile, Granddad might have been some sort of investigator or something.
All right, found an address. $55 degrees. Not too chilly, thankfully. It doesn't belong to me. I don't want to take it without a good reason. It's totally overflowing with cigarette butts.
Cool, somebody smokes.
Somebody around here is a chain smoker. We have something in common. Good to know.
Yes? Can I help you?
I hope so. My name's Rain. Kathy Rain.
Joseph's girl. The one they sent away.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what do you want?
I had some questions about your daughter, Lily.
Well, you know what? I don't have any answers, girl. Lily was precious, special. Lily died. That's all there is to it.
My grandfather came to see you, right? To ask about her?
Maybe he did. I don't see how that's any of your business.
I'm not asking for much, Mrs. Myers.
Then clearly you have no idea what it's like losing a child. Goodbye.
Okay.
I can see someone moving inside.
Stop it!
What shall we say? We're not going to sabotage the old dear's aircon. I don't think we deserve a few moments of time. That's rather entitled.
I'm not leaving until I get some answers.
Bite me! Won't you ever give up?
Care to join me for a smoke, Mrs. Myers?
Well, I'm gonna have to think about it. What brand?
Coralie Cinders. Extra long.
You got taste. I'll give you that. Well, I suppose one smoke can't hurt.
And that's when he realized it was his own bong.
Oh my, oh now that was a good one. You know what, Kathy? You're okay. Sorry for being such a cranky old bag before. I get a short fuse when I run out of smokes.
Now that's an understatement. Good thing I had my morning smoke, otherwise we would have had a fist fight on our hands.
Oh, it's getting chilly. Why don't we head inside?
Sure, let's go.
Now, this here's my boy Nathan. He's special. Nate, be polite and say hello to Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi there, big guy. Yet another burial ground for those sweet, addictive, not to mention cancer-inducing sticks of tobacco. I'm a huge fan. Very
Owl.
lifelike. Contrary to popular belief, I don't believe the owls are more than what they seem.
So, you wanted to ask me about Lily?
Yeah. Do you mind telling me what happened when my grandfather came to see you?
Well, he knocked on my door a few years after Lily had passed away. I didn't know Joseph too well myself, but I'd heard of him and the good he'd done for the other people around here. So I let him in. He started asking a bunch of questions about Lily, like if I was absolutely sure that it was suicide.
And what did you say?
The truth. That she was depressed and had been for a long time. I had no doubts about what happened.
All right. Anything else?
Well, he was weirdly curious about her paintings.
Lily painted?
Yep, that's one of hers right there on the wall.
I see, it's beautiful. So, in what way was he curious?
He asked if Lily had painted anything odd or strange. I didn't really get what he was after, but I let him have a look at her work. He spent some time browsing through them, and then he wrote something down on a piece of paper, thanked me, and left.
Huh. Any idea of what he could have seen?
Not really. I had the paintings all lined up. Could have been any of them.
Would you mind showing them to me?
Well, I would if I could, but this is the only one I have left. I sold the rest many years ago to this weirdo art collector.
Yeah, you can smell the stale smoke, right? But I like the fact that it's like that, just that little clue. There's an ashtray. They smoke. They're being grouchy. Well, we smoke. We got something in common. Well, let's do the old point and click.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather? How he ended up in a wheelchair?
Stroke, wasn't it? At least that's what I heard.
Not necessarily. There are some divided opinions about it.
Now that I think about it, that whole ordeal happened to him not long after he came here.
How long?
A week, maybe, at the most.
Alright, see you in a bit, Fade. Look out for yourself. Gabriel Knight, but if it was fun with the protagonist, I like. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Mind telling me what Lily was like, Sue?
I'd be happy to. She was Nathan's older sister by 2 years. Lily was like any girl growing up, normal, happy, talking about school, boys, and whatnot. And she and Nathan were close back then, always playing together in the woods. When Lily was 10, she started drawing, always doodling on just about anything she could get her hands on. We didn't have much, really, and so she used what she could. Once I even caught her scribbling on toilet paper. On her 12th birthday, we gave Lily a thick sketchbook with an assortment of pencils. She was ecstatic. That was the happiest I'd ever seen her. From that day, drawing became her life. Eventually, her art teacher at school helped her to get started with oil painting. When Lily was 15, something changed. At first, I thought it was just usual teen angst, but no, this was something different. She started going out, disappearing for long periods of time. She locked herself in when painting. She never used to do that. I tried everything. Counseling, support groups, antidepressants. Nothing worked. About a year later, she just gave up. And, well, you know the rest.
I'm sorry, Sue. That must have been unimaginable.
Thanks, darling, but it's been a while now. I've learned to live with it.
Quite supportive mother there, though, you know. Therapy, antidepressants, not... You know, you could have some people who are just sort of like, oh, just snap out of it, kid. Slap them about. And our craft, we will ask her about Father Sus in a bit. Let's go through all this.
I don't need to ask her about... I don't need to... Does the name Charles Wade mean anything to you?
Oh, he's some big-time businessman, ain't he?
Yeah, he owns a large company.
That about sums up what I know about the fella.
What do you do to support the two of you?
A little bit of this and that. Got me some cash saved up, too. Nathan helps out when he can.
What happened to your husband, if you don't mind me asking?
You could say he didn't quite cope as well as I did with what happened to Lily. He got himself a death wish after what happened to her, started drinking and getting into all sorts of trouble. 5 years left for him in the joint now. Been there for 15.
Man, that must be rough for you.
Oh, we're doing just fine without him, aren't we, Nate?
Mama takes good care of us.
Mama sure does.
So, tell me about Lily's art.
It used to be about cheerful things, landscapes, animals, bright colors. But as she drifted further into depression, she started painting horrible things, death and decay. And the last few pieces looked like something out of a nightmare.
That's awful. Did Lily ever get any recognition for her art?
Not really. Except from the guy I told you about who bought most of her paintings.
Tell me about this art collector person.
Rich, fancy looking, in his 50s.
Fancy looking?
I'd say he'd be around 70 now if he's still alive. He knocked on that door one day with a wad of cash in his hand. $5,000. He wanted everything that Lily so much as touched with a brush.
Huh. Did he say why?
Nope, but I got the feeling that most of that dough was paid so he could avoid any questions. I took the money. I still had Nathan to support.
Did the stranger give you his name?
No. Well, his face was far from forgettable, though. Big nose, bright blue eyes, looked black Irish. He had a thick black mane, turning gray, no beard.
All right, Sue. Thanks.
Alright, well, hey, former Stormer is on holiday. Woo! And Lods, Nate, yeah, looks like he's maybe like 30s to 40s, definitely an adult. As I said, he's special. But so far they haven't completely, like, the voice actor has made reasonable sounding choices. We'll see what happens when we talk to him more.
What do you think about this church?
It's a good church. I go there from time to time. I bring Nate, too, when that boy needs the fear of God put into him.
I'd rather just ask her about... Hey, Sue, do you recognize any of these men?
Well, there's Joseph Rain. Always so handsome. I had such a crush on him back in the day. And... no way. That's him. The man who bought the paintings. He's much younger here, but there's no mistaking that hair and nose.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, little cat. That's the guy who walked into this cabin with $5,000 in cash.
That's very helpful, Sue. Thanks. Ugh. Another question for the elusive Mr. Wade. No reason to show. No reason. Do you know what this key opens?
Well, that's a bit of a weird question, ain't it? But no.
Little cat. I don't think we need to show her anything else.
I think I'm gonna head off now.
Sure thing, little cat. Come back anytime.
Little cat.
What you doing, big fella?
Drawing.
Oh yeah? What are you drawing?
The nice red man.
You mean Santa?
No, the nice red man.
Now, what did I say about raising your voice at strangers?
Sorry, Mama. I'll be nice. The red man is nice.
Don't mind him. He gets so absorbed in his drawings thanks to that wild imagination of his, just like his sister.
I can smell something cooking. Elk, by the looks of it. They're fairly common in Conwell Woods. It's an early painting by Lily Myers.
No, Red Man. Yesterday I was a Method Man. And you're right, that's not at all creepy, huh?
Nice view of the lake from here. Very lifelike. Conwell Lake, where Lily Myers met her demise. Oh, gee, I would, but I forgot my swimsuit at home.
Oh god, the bike's called the Catmobile. Alright, let's take stock, because quite a few things have happened here, but hey, we got our notebook.
I'll write down clues in this as I find them. What really happened to you that night, Grandpa?
Look after yourself, Arcraft. Thanks for all the help. So this is the key thing. What happened to Grandpa in 81?
What really happened to you that night, Grandpa? Something was special about that girl. I just know it. I don't have anything to say about that. I wonder who this cocky person really is, and why he needed Grandpa's help so desperately. Charles Wade. I don't know how, but I will talk to you one way or another. Something was special about that girl. I just know it.
I think Charles Wade is probably like...
Thick, dense forest. What were you doing out there, Grandpa?
It's probably the next important part of this. Let us...
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Hey, Lenny, could you check the files for a police report? A girl who drowned around here, Lily Myers?
I'd love to help, Kathy, but you better check with the sheriff first.
Fine, I'll do that.
Or we'll just do the same stuff that we did before, huh?
Nah, I don't want to ask. Nah. Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
If you must.
Do you know anything about a drowning here in 1975? Young girl named Lily Myers?
That case was handled by Truman. I wasn't involved.
I don't need to ask. That's all for now.
Good.
Let's see if we can do the same trick again.
Need you to do something.
How can I help, boss?
It's my mother's birthday.
Hey.
Hi there.
Could you distract Lenny again?
Sure, I needed to puke again anyway.
Good to know. Guess what? He's having some kind of fit in there.
Not again.
Here we go again. Okay, there's gotta be something in here about Lily Myers' death. Okay, what do we have here?
June 14th July 1975, 5:18 a.m. Emergency services are called by a resident near Commel Lake who reports the young female, approximately 16 years old, has been found dead floating in the water, presumed drowned in the lake. 5:44 a.m. Officers arrive at the scene. The EMT is en route, delayed by fog. The body is fully clothed and there are no apparent signs of foul play. Incident declared as a likely accident. Sweep of the residence reveals a suicide note matching victim's handwriting. Witnesses report earlier mental health problems. EMT finally arrives. The girl is declared dead by medical personnel and transported to the city morgue. Coroner's report received. Cause of death determined to be drowning. No exterior signs of struggle. Suicide confirmed.
Looks like somebody did a Virginia Woolf. I wonder if there's more to it. I got the key already. I don't think I need to mess with that anymore. Various notices and a wanted poster.
McConnell Air Force Base, how can I help you?
Hi. I was just wondering if you had time to answer a few questions.
Sure thing, ma'am. Ask away.
I'm trying to get a hold of Charles Wade. Would you happen to know how to reach him?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but Charles Wade is a public figure. He has explicitly asked us not to provide his contact details to anyone.
Is there any way you could make an exception? I really need to talk to Mr. Wade.
No can do. I can't really help you out unless you have some sort of official business.
Check the phone I'm ringing on. I'm a cop.
I do have official business. I'm Deputy Reagan. I'm calling from Conwell Springs Sheriff's Department.
I can see that you're actually calling from the station. You say you're a cop? You don't sound like a cop.
I think we're going to accuse him of being sexist.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? It's just because I'm a woman, right? Women don't belong in law enforcement? Is that what you're saying? That's so sexist.
Now that's hardly what...
Do you have any idea what I have to go through every day? Nobody takes me seriously. The dirty looks, the sexual innuendos,
Relax, okay? I'll check the files. It's 555-7641.
Thanks, buddy.
Got certificates, see? Definitely a Rosa. It worked. Yeah, and a bum who can vomit on command. Oh my god, he's gonna puke! He's gonna puke! Something there for Derek and any of my other wrestling buds who should recognise that impression. Rosa Art is a British nickname for the police. Kathy had some laundry to add head to, yeah, probably. I mean, yes, as a journalism major, it's not dissimilar. I'm not sure where Rosa comes from, because like there's nobody uses peeler anymore. Yeah, Copper, Bobby. I think Bobby is for Sir Robert Peel, as is Peeler. Copper, I'm not sure. Is that just because it's a fair cop? Yeah, I'm not sure where Rosa. Yeah, it might depend where in the country you are as well. Well, I might as well call the Wade residence.
Wade residence?
Hi, this is Kathy Rain. I'm calling for Charles Wade.
He doesn't live here anymore. What's this about? What do you want with my father?
I'd just like to have a quick word with Mr. Wade. It's about my grandfather, Joseph Rain.
You're 20 years late, girl. My father has neither time nor energy to deal with you people.
But...
This conversation is over. Unless my father explicitly says he wants to talk to you, it's not going to happen.
What a stuck-up, overclass witch. Well, she hasn't heard the last from me. I'm going to talk to that old man one way or another. It's getting late. I should head back to the city.
Excellent. I think get on the Catmobile.
Hey,
deal with you
up.
people? You mean women?
I was wondering
That's
when you'd show
sexist.
up. How did it go? Long story. I found out about some stuff that happened when I was a kid.
Wow, what a mystery. So what's the plan now?
Everything's on Peel, probably. Busy. Oh, yeah. What are we going to say? I don't like that one. I'm going to go the middle one, I think.
I don't know yet, but I'll figure something out.
What about this Charles Wade? You still haven't talked to him? And that strange bright picture you showed me? Those tapes? Listen, I know this guy.
Eileen, relax. We can talk about it tomorrow, okay? Oh, it's way too late now.
No, I couldn't possibly sleep now. I'm way too excited.
Well, that makes one of us. Nighty.
Good night, Cat. Hey, Kathy, wake up!
You are so lucky there are no sharp objects near this bed.
Guess what? I got an idea.
Please tell me it involves you taking a sabbatical.
Dibble.
Haha, so you found all this evidence, right? Pictures, tapes, and stuff?
I guess. Why?
Well, as you know, I have a computer. And I know this hacker guy, Dave, and... Oh, never mind. I'll just write you a note. You go back to sleep.
Seriously, Eileen, sometimes I just marvel at how your brain works.
I know, right?
A hacker with his hacker name, Dave.
Are you sure you want to do this, Catherine? You still have time, if you think there's any chance you would change your mind.
I'm sure, Doctor. Just get it out of me. But please, don't tell my mom.
I'm sorry, but we have to do that. It's the law.
Oh, well, wow. We've sharp left turn here. Way. It did take a turn. And, quite frankly, it is none of her business. It's our choice to make, if it's what we think it is.
It's none of her business. It's my choice to make. I have enough shit going on with her already. This would just add fuel to the fire.
I'm afraid there's nothing I can do.
Fine. Let's just get this over with then.
Right this way.
Ugh, I hate that dream. I guess Eileen went to class. I probably should too.
Probably should, but
Meh.
also I'm going to hit for a save. Because we haven't done any at all. We've been like really into it, but I've got a feeling this does feel like a game that's not going to punish us too much. I think I might knock that on the head there. That's been like, nearly 2 hours of play. I'm digging it. Yeah, like Gabriel Knight, but with someone who seems kind of cool and isn't a complete pig, which is a good start. And interesting, good drag into the story for us there. So yeah, let's have a look. Whoops. At see who is online that we can give a raid to. Fuzzy Freaks is playing Fallout. Shall we go and join them? It is a much harsher dream than drug orgy dragon ritual. The drug orgy dragon ritual from Gabriel Knight Cap. Yeah, that's one. That one's like, yeah, far realer. Dumbala. All right, let's go raid Fuzzy Freaks. Thank you very much. We'll pick this up again tomorrow, about 7 p.m. probably. Yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a good night. I'll see you all tomorrow. Lovely, lovely people. Oh wait, I've got to wait for the raid thing to count down. Kind of embarrassing, isn't it? There you go, raid.